Hey there. We've got new arrivals for makers and gift givers. I'm Cadence Kidwell here at Fuzzy Goat in Thomasville, Georgia, and you can see all that I'm talking about at fuzzygoatyarns.com. We've just unpacked our latest favorites, and so whether you're making for yourself or gifting for someone else, you're sure to find something that'll make your season just a little bit more special, and you can count on the fact that they were ethically sourced and super fun, right? Because if it's not fun, what's the point? So we got some easy to love kits. I am wearing one of them right now, the Cozy and Chic Flannel Scarf Kit. It's long. I like wearing it like this, where you get the little, I like the points. I like things a little pointy. But it's super fun. I think it is gender neutral, and it's a slip stitch. And we have it in both this lovely autumn shade, and then we also have it in a blue green. And so we've been selling both colors equally. Will be fun to see which one actually wins the race. But we love this kit. It's from Urth yarns. They do really good work. There are friends that actually have a mill in Turkey, but they really take good care of us and look out for us, and they do a lot of really good things with their own team. It's a family-run business, as well as planting trees and really caring for the environment. So we really love working with Urth, and this shawl kit is no exception. Really fun. It looks super complicated, but the one color is changing colors, and then the other one is slipping stitches. So it's just a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun to wear. Another kit that we cannot keep in stock, whoops, got all kinds of stuff going on over here, is our Symphony, here, I'll just, little outfit change here, is our Symphony Shawl Kit. Elaine knit this sample up, and we have it in 2 shades. Look how fun this is. Oh, and hi, Bev and Mary, and yeah, let's see. All these people just tuning in here. Karen, thank you. So this is the Symphony Shawl Kit from Sweet Georgia Yarns. Comes like this. So this is this colorway here. And Terry, this is Pastoral. As you can see the colors right there. Just looks just right, just like what I'm wearing. You can do Rhapsody, which is more jewel tones, and you can see a sample of that on our product page because Sweet Georgia knit their sample out of it, so we have pictures of that. And hey, Amy and Diana. So the Symphony Shawl Kits, they don't last long. I'm surprised how fast they go. We just are shocked about that, but not really. I mean, it is a lot of fun. Look at all these colors. In fact, Amy, I believe you have one of these shawl kits as well. So lots of fun. You start up here with this little bit. Am I doing that right? And then it gets, oh, sorry. Yeah. Turn myself all around, all over again. Yeah. Start up here with a little bit, and then you start adding in other colors, so forth. Really great. And again, it's got that nice point that I like. So super easy to wear. Symphony Shawl Kits. Then Melissa has been on the hunt looking for more kit options. And Elaine is knitting our sample up. So once we get that, we'll show you that for sure. But this is the Angel Food Cake Cowl. Really fun cowl, and you could make it in any one of these 3 colors. And we're using UU, woolly worsted, washable. So if you were looking for a quick gift and you weren't sure how people were going to take care of it, this would be a great one because this yarn here is washable. So if it does find itself into the washer, it's not going to end up felted or anything like that. So the Angel Food Cake Cowl is also new and on our site. And then this was unexpected. Our friends at Urth, they take very good care of us. Several years ago, I don't know, it wasn't even that long ago, maybe a year ago, they told us that they had these gradient kits that we carried, but that was the end. And so we got those at the end, and we believe that was the end. Well, now they have gotten to other corners of their warehouse, and they found more. So we have more of these gradient kits. This is I'm looking at this. I think it's called red, but I'm going to change it. I really think it's more coral. It's like a deep coral there. So we've got the gradient kits back again in limited colors. We have this, I will now name it coral. We have purple. We have pink and black and white. And I think we call this color Sunshine on there. So it's a great yarn. It is bamboo and cotton, so completely washable. Of course, you can make a baby blanket. I think the crocheted version is even prettier. Here's the crocheted version. We've got the pattern links all up there. So knitting, it couldn't be easier. They have a pattern. Happy to send you the pattern that goes with it, where you have a garter edge and then stockinette in the middle. I think people ought to just do garter stitch the whole way on these, and it'll just be great. The yarn changes colors. It feels fabulous. It feels cool on your skin. But okay, maybe you don't need to knit a baby blanket right now. This would be great too. I'm not even sure how you say this. Ishanes is really pretty. That black and white would be stunning in that. Or this one here is called the corner pocket. And we'll have the links up for these. And so you get 4 skeins of that cotton bamboo, and it feels really great. Okay, another kit we got in just in time. Janice took very good care of us at Queen City Yarns is Gnome kits for the newest make-along that's going to start December 1st. So we got 3 different colorways for this. It's DK. It makes a fairly tall gnome, I think 14 inches. You will want to double check that on the site. And you get these 4 skeins of DK. And then you also get 2 skis to put your gnome on. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? You could also use these for color work, although you might need to be more inventive about what you would use the skis for. See if I can get that back in there. I'll do that later. And we'll do that on your time. So we've got 3 colorways. This one here is called Griswold. This one is my favorite. This one here is Hermie, I believe. And this one here is Crosby. Yes, that does look kind of like a white Christmas, doesn't it? So when you buy the pattern that goes along with these, you get the directions for the make-along, and it starts December 1st, and Sarah's Gnome make-alongs are super fun. Hi, Nylene and Anna. And so we highly recommend these. We didn't get a lot of these because, well, just because we didn't, we're watching our pennies and making sure that everything is run sustainably in the shop. So you don't want to wait too long for these, but it'll be super fun to do the make along and you get the clues, or you could get the kit and then wait till all the clues are out, or you could do one of our other gnomes. So we have a lot of options for the gnomes kits, or Melissa's already eyeing those for color work and a sweater. Also, what got restocked this week is our ever popular pattern seat. I was using mine last night. I'll show you some of my projects in a moment. I put my pattern in here. And our pattern seats, we've got, this is the color I have in my house, is the turquoise. And we've got the blue restocked and the turquoise. We have cinnamon, and this one is aubergine, I believe, on the website. Really popular, super easy to use. It has a little pocket in the back. You can put your reading glasses in it, that sort of thing. If you're looking for gifts for people and you don't know what to get them and you think they already have everything, they're not going to have one of these. They can use it for their iPad. It cinches up tight or fat, depending on how big your book is. I love that the bottom part is clear so that I can read my directions that are down in this bottom part here as well. So the ever popular pattern seat is back in stock right now. And so I wouldn't wait too long on those. Then what got restocked this week is our style meets function with our redesigned leather project bags. This one here happens to be one of my favorites. This one is the number 39. And I love this pocket. We have little cat bells on them in the shop. I love this pocket on the outside. You could put your needles in here like that. You could maybe put your phone in there and your wallet if you just wanted to carry just this. But then, and also this one has a crossbody strap. And what I just love about all the redesigned bags that we carry is the way that they open up. Hi there, Vicky and Charisse, is the way they open up. They open up wide like this. You can have all your knitting in there. It also comes in a super fancy bag that you can put your bag in. And it's got like elasticized pockets over here on this side. Opens up flat. The center part is also a pocket with a zipper and more elasticized things on this side too. So I just love these redesigned bags. The tariffs are starting to get a little clearer to us on these. They were, it was a little hard to determine earlier, so I'm not sure if we will be able to restock these again as we watch those prices go up. So this is probably another item you don't want to wait a long time to think about. Hey, Arva and Rhonda. Ooh, North Carolina, Rhonda. That sounds lovely. So that's the number 39. This is the queen of them all. This one is fabulous. And I think we just have a few of these left. This one is number 40. It would make a great toiletry bag too. This one is number 40. Also has a crossbody strap. So let me open it up. You could put a small goat in here. So look at that. That could have several projects in there. Maybe all of Melissa's might even fit at once. And the center part for this one actually unsnaps, and you can take that part out. So we're glad that we have this one as well. That's a lot of fun, that giant size. And then each one we have has its own unique features. We tried not to overlap. We got them all in this one classic rich color. This one is the patchwork one made from recycled pieces to make sure nothing goes to waste. Another feature I love about redesigned. And it opens up like that. Super beautiful. And then let me see what number that one is. What do we call that one? Oh, I don't have that on the tag. And then we have this one. This is our baby version. Just perfect for most projects. This one is the number 9. And let me open that up so you can see. It does not have a crossbody, but it does have this easy little handle there on the top and a perfect size. You could probably get a fingering weight sweater in there too as well. So we got those back in. And I am wearing the Symphony shawl, and earlier I was wearing the flannel shawl. So I'm going to show you some of my patterns, the projects that I'm working on now. So if you're just joining us, hi there. I'm Cadence Kidwell here at Fuzzy Goat, and I have some interesting project to show you in process. The first one I'm going to show you, I've been working on the knitting machine. So we have the knitting machines. I had to pause on playing with it because I had my hip surgery and then getting everything ready for the store for the holiday season and all of that. But last week I started working on it again. Now, what I wanted and what was super exciting to me about the knitting machine was being able to do all the fun stuff on a yoked sweater, traditionally with my hands and the needles, but then doing the body on the knitting machine. And I'm going to show you what I've been doing. It is a work in progress. There are boo-boos in there. Some I've already fixed, some I will fix. And so I'm going to show it to you in process. This is my Halu sweater. So I did all this beautiful ribbing and all of that separated for the sleeves. And then I did the bottom part on the knitting machine flat. Then I seamed up the sides, and I'm going to tell you, doing that flat maybe took me 15 minutes per side. Front, 15 minutes, back, 15 minutes. I practiced with the back first, and so I did have a couple of dropped stitches. So I came back later and fixed them. I would have fixed them right there and then while I was doing it. But I will say that the yarn that I'm making the sweater out of, which will feel great, was not a good choice for the knitting machine because it has like 16 plies. So let's see if I can untwirl that, and you can see, not doing a very good job of that. Maybe if I fan it out here. So I would not recommend a yarn that has that many plies for the knitting machine because it gets caught. So I've learned a lot. I have Jessie May's, I forgot the name of the pattern right now. Jessie May has a brand new pattern that I've been stocking with flowers on it, DK weight. I cannot wait to get started on that. And then I'm going to come back to the knitting machine and have better progress to show you. But now it's back on the needles because I'm going to do the ribbing around the bottom. I could have done the ribbing around the bottom even on the knitting machine, but it's an extra step of skill, which I could have mastered, but I wanted to see if I could get this back on the needles and do it in the round and just keep learning how to go back and forth. But I was super excited to do this. You might be able to see the line where I joined, but I feel like that's going to block out. And I'm super excited about figuring out how I can use the knitting machine for the things that are not as fun to knit in that going around. Okay. Let me show you my other project. This is my Professor Simard's forestry waistcoat. This has the most unusual construction I have ever encountered. All right. This is, let me show you the front. Okay. I'm going to steek it. I'm so excited about my color work. This is made out of Fino, one of my favorite yarns, Mono's Fino, silk and merino. And, oh, thank you, Lynn, about my nails, and Mary for watching. And I did it in the round, and I knew I was going to steek it up the front. It's a vest. I could not figure out, I was reading the directions. I was like, what? What is that? What's happening there? Then I did find a very helpful picture of somebody in progress of theirs on Ravelry. Another plug for putting your projects in Ravelry. We can all be great Ravelry citizens by doing that. So I'm going to do that as well. Okay, so I expected I would do this flat. I mean, I'd do this in the round, and then you separate, and then I would do one side of the vest and the other side and the back. That's how I've done vests before. In fact, this one right there was done that way. But no, you bind off. No, you don't bind. I'm sorry. You put some stitches on hold for under the arm, on one side. And then you cast on 7 stitches, and then you do the same thing on the other side. And then you keep going around in this tube. So I have this tube. I'm going to have this tube that has this, this hole right here. Because as this tube gets bigger, I'm going to steek it in 3 places. I'm going to steek down the side of the arm. It's just fascinating. I've never encountered anything like that. And not only that, not only am I just making a tube, I'm doing my decreases. So, it's a vest, and so it's going to decrease this way, and it's decreasing in the neck. And so just like you do in some sweaters or sleeves, you're going in the round, but you're still shaping. That took me a second to be like, wait, I'm doing decreases, but going in the round. I'm like, okay, wait, we do that in sleeves all the time. So I love learning something new, and I will keep you posted on this. This is just nuts. So this will be, the bottom of my armhole. And then I will cut this once it's all the way up to here. Then I will cut it all the way down there. And then that will become the edging of the armhole. And I'll pick up stitches for the neck and button band. It's just wild. Oh, so Deborah, you've done this before. Okay. I didn't know what I was in for. I've never heard of steeking for armholes. So I was super excited about that. But isn't this fun? It was so fun. I will say I was obsessed, knit on only this. And I did all of this in 2 weeks because I just couldn't wait. And we've got a fox. And this is kind of funny. At first I thought on the chart that this was going to be an owl, right? But it has a tail, so it's a cat. I had no idea that owls and cats look so similar. And then there's bunnies and birds and then more birds or bats. I'm not sure. And the trees. I'm super excited. I will keep you posted on my 3 steeking project. Well, that's what I have for you today. I'm going to go put the links up for all these amazing kits and bags and pattern seeds. Knitters or not knitters, it doesn't matter. And Deborah says she's terrified about steeking. I was too, but now that I've done a few, I'm also working on that sweater from the machine. I'm confident that if something goes a little wrong, we can fix it. We can sew it up. We can make it work. You know, there's such a thing as good enough. I never told my kids that when they were growing up. But now that some of them work with me, they just laugh every time they hear me say that. But yes, there's such a thing as good enough. And there's too many things to knit. So you have a lovely day, and I'm going to put the links up, and you let us know if Melissa and I can help you with any questions you have about any of these kits or patterns. Thank you.